here is the review of the Mastermind Creations Gravus and Ebrius, or Ebrius. I think that's how you pronounce his third-party name. But it's their take on an IDW Brawn and Guzzle. And these two do come in a 2-pack when you first buy these figures. And as you could tell here, well, as you could clearly tell by the front treads here, and also the back treads here, these two are repaints of each other, but they did do a lot of modifying for both of these guys, especially Brawn here, because Guzzle came out first, but then I think they decided to make another one, but make it totally different, like do a lot of modifications, but keep some parts from Guzzle here. Which is great. So, I think we'll first start off with Brawn here. And we'll get Guzzle out of the way. So, as you can see here, Brawn is, I think he is supposed to be like a Cybertronian truck, or a minivan of his original G1 self, like a Cybertronian minivan, if you could call it. But I think I would like to go with a more Cybertronian truck mode. Well, I'll just go ahead and go with a Cybertronian mini van. Because I think this is supposed to be a more Cybertronian version of the minivan. But as you can see here, it does have a lot of green with a little bit of gray and some orange, which is from this front part here. And here's the sides here, and it does have some like gunmetal gray paint here, and also some silver paint here, and some more gunmetal gray on these things here, with a little bit of black here. Well, that's actually from the screw here. And the treads here do have some gunmetal gray here on both of them, on the front ones and the back ones. Along with some more gunmetal gray paint on these things. And the other side here is the exact same here. And here's the back here. Does have the white and red painted in tail lights here. And it does have some more of that gunmetal gray paint here. And also on these lines here. And going up to the front, oh, well, here's the top view here. And it does have some painted in I think that is, yes, some painted in gunmetal gray here on these things here on both sides. And now coming up to the front here, does have the nice blue painted in cockpit here and some silver paint on these things. Some yellow paint on the headlights and some silver for the front grille here, along with some gunmetal gray paint on the bumper here and some silver paint here. And I think that he has like a more brownish paint on this part here. And all around, it looks really cool. And he kind of does look like a, well, I would like to call it a robotic turtle, because it kind of does look like a more robotic turtle. But it is a Cybertronian vehicle mode. And he doesn't roll, but both him and Guzzle does not roll, because on the bottom, him and Guzzle don't have like little plastic wheels on the bottom of these treads to help them roll. So they could only like slide if you want to do that. So that's about it for Brawn. Now let's move on to Guzzle here. And as you can see, he turns into a more Cybertronian tank. And he does have the same details on the front treads and the back treads, as you can see here, like the ones on Brawn. But the front here is, of course, heavily modified, which you could see here. Does have these like white things here and these black things here. And he does have a lot of I guess you would like call it a brownish plastic to it. It's not a gold plastic. It's more of a brownish plastic. And he does have the same, like, front piece here, like Brawn does. This part here. And the turret here can move up and down. But it can't rotate, of course. Oh, and another thing I want to say about Guzzle here. Guzzle is part of the Wreckers in IDW, the Transformers IDW comics, which is Last Stand of the Wreckers, and also Sins of the Wreckers and Requiem of the Wreckers. And that's about it for both of these. Now, they both do come with an accessory that you can store in vehicle mode, and that is, they both come with this little gun here. And the way you attach these onto them in vehicle mode is Brawn does have a hole here that you can attach to. So you can have it like that. And Guzzle has a hole here where you can also attach the gun to. So you can have them like that. So I think that's about it for their vehicle modes. So now let's get to transformation. Now, both of these transform the exact same way. So I'm gonna transform one of these on camera and transform the other one off camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and transform Brawn here. But first I gotta get Guzzle out of the way. So to transform Brawn, first I will have to remove the gun and set it off to the side. So to get started, you want to come to the back here and, well, before you come to the back, you want to take this piece here and bring it all the way down so it looks like that. Then come to the back here and untap it and bring it up. And the way the back taps in is from these two orange pegs into these holes, and this hole is where that gray tab goes into, and this hole here is where this orange tab goes into. Now you're going to take these back treads here and extend them out, and you want to rotate these around. These are going to form his legs. Now for his legs here, you're going to take these here on the front, untap them and open them up so they look like this. And now you're going to take these on the back and untap them and flip them up. And the way these back things tap in is from this little gray tab into that little notch right there. Now you're going to take these back treads and bring them all the way, well, you two need to rotate them this way so that they would fit in a lot better. And now you want to close these up, and this tab here is now going to go into this hole here, and this peg is now going to go into this hole here. then now you want to open up his feet. And now I gotta adjust the camera. Now for the front treads here, you want to untap them from these pegs and these holes and bring them out. Oh, okay. And you also do want to take these green things here and untap them and bring them up. And the way these tap in is this gray tab goes into that little hole right there. So you just want to untap them. And bring them up. That hole and that tab right there. Now you're going to take these orange things and rotate them down so they look like this. And rotate his arms down. And then you want to take these shoulder pads and flip them up. Now for his hands, I will have to get a tool here. Because what you want to do is, well, you do want to take these front treads and bring them up. So that way they're out of your way. But what you want to do is you want to take these green things on both sides and untap them and flip them up. You can see there. And once these are untapped, you now want to take these things and bring them down so that way you can try to flip out his hands from here. Just like that. And then you want to take these front treads and rotate them around and bring them up so they look like this. And now these green things are now going to tap into these holes on both sides in robot mode. And there you have an arm all done, and then you do the same thing on the other side as well. And you just flip out his hand. And there's the other arm, all done. And then you just bring this up. And you do want to bring it, well, bring this entire piece here all the way down, which will flip up his head. Well, you do want to flip up his head. And as you flip up his head, this back part does slide down. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again. There we go. You can see it. And now for this piece here, all you do is just collapse it all the way in until it's flush. So it looks like that. And there you have Brawn in robot mode. So now I'm going to go ahead and transform Guzzle real quick. But before I transform Guzzle real quick off camera, Guzzle does have one extra step in the transformation. And that is, you just want to take the barrel of the turret and collapse it all the way in until it clicks into place. And the rest is basically the exact same transformation as Brawn. So I'm going to transform him off camera real quick and be right back. Okay, so now I got Guzzle in robot mode. Now, what I like to do with him is I would like to leave his barrel of the turret extended up. Like that. Because Because I know in Last Stand of the Wreckers, Guzzle did had the barrel of the turret extended all the way up. And I think there might be some panels in Last Stand of the Wreckers or any of the other Wreckers books by IDW, like Sins of the Wreckers or Requiem of the Wreckers, where it's collapsed in. But I would like to leave it extended up. For me. Because I just think it looked really cool of just leaving it extended up. But as for the robot modes for both of these, they look really cool. However, my only problem with them in robot mode is sometimes when you're trying to move his arms, this happens. Yeah. Parts of their chests start to move with it when you're trying to move their arms. And I wish that they would lock into place or something. But let's go ahead and take a look at Brawn here first. Now, it's not a spot-on IDW Brawn, but they did the best they could. And to show you a little size comparison with the original G1 Brawn, just gonna transform him real quick. Here's the original Brawn. And I think I forgot to show y'all a little comparison of him and him in their vehicle modes. But I know. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do it off camera real quick. All right. Got him in vehicle mode, and you could see how the G1 Brawn looks side by side with the Mastermind Creations one. And as you can see, this is a more Earth mode, whereas this is a more Cybertronian mode here. So, just forgot to show y'all that in vehicle mode. So now, let's get him back to robot mode and continue on. Okay, now we're back. And you could see how the Mastermind Creations version looks next to the G1 in robot mode here. Yeah, he's really tiny. But getting a closer look at Brawn here, getting a nice look at his head sculpt here, which does look like a more G1 accurate Brawn, but obviously this is supposed to be a more IDW accurate Brawn, but it's not a dead on, like spot on IDW accurate Brawn, but they tried the best they could, but it still looks cool. And he does have some silver paint on his face, with some blue paint on his eyes here. And you could see he does have like a juggernaut head. The Juggernaut from X-Men. And his chest here does have a lot of orange on it. And his hands here and his arms. And going down to his legs here. And here's the side view here. And the other side here. And here's the back here. And he does kind of have a turtle shell here on the back. Like a Ninja Turtle. And yeah, all around looks really cool. And moving on to Guzzle here. Oh, and bringing back Brawn here. Y'all could also see how much remolding they did on both of these guys. Which is the torso, the head, and also these shoulder pads here. And of course the back here. But taking a look at Guzzle here. You could see his head sculpt here. And he does come with an optional face here. But we'll get to that when we get to the accessories. And the arms and the legs are the exact same. And the chest here looks totally different and very accurate to his IDW comic book. And like I said, you can leave this extended up if you want to, or you can leave it collapsed in if you want to. But I like to leave it extended up. And for articulation, I'm going to go ahead and use Guzzle here, because they both do have the same articulation. So they both have a ball joint at the head. Well, Brawn's is a bit limited due to the shape of his head here. Both of their arms can rotate all the way around, but of course the chest pieces do move. So you do need to hold them so that way you can rotate his arms all the way around. But they can go in and out on both of them. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, you can see here. And the hands here, now they don't swivel, like they don't have a wrist swivel. I'm trying to get his thumb out. Yeah, so you can see here they don't have a wrist swivel, but they do have some articulated fingers. Like, they both do have a ball joint at the thumb, and their fingers do move. And also, their fingers do move independently, as you can see here. But they only move at the base pin here. Like, they only move on this joint here, which is here. And their waist does swivel, but the backpack does hinder it. So you do need to move it up out of the way on both of these so that their waists can move. And they both do have an ab crunch. So you can have it like that. And their legs can move forward and back. And again, you will have to move the backpack out of the way on both of these. They can move in and out. Thigh swivel, knee, and their feet does have a little bit of an ankle pivot. And I'm trying to see if they can move up and down. No, they don't. But they do move up and down on the toe. Well, no. They just have an ankle pivot. And that's it. So they don't move up and down. They just have an ankle pivot. And there you go, and there you go. And they both can, of course, hold their guns in both of their hands here. And like I said before, Guzzle does have an alternate head here. Well, an alternate face piece. So the one on him has his eyes like wide open, like he's shocked over something. But he also does come with, if the camera can focus, a more like serious, angry face, which you could see here. And so swapping the faces is, of course, a lot easy. All you do is just unscrew, yes, unscrew this screw on the back of his head, pull it apart, like pull it in half, and then reattach the new one on. And of course, like with all the other Mastermind Creations figures, they both do come with their each individual collector's card with these stats on the back. And of course, the instructions / comic book on both of these. Now, before we end this video and get our final thoughts, let's do a little size comparison of Guzzle with his other records of what we have so far. And first I will have to get Brawn out of the way. Because he's not part of the wreckers, of course. And I'll try and get this in frame as I can. So here's Springer. Whirl. Roadbuster. Top spin. Twin twist. Oh, top spins out of frame. There we go. Trying our best here. Rotor Storm. I'm going to go ahead and get him up front. Cup. And yes, Cup was a member of the Wreckers. In the IDW comics. Same for Prowl here. Ultra Magnus. And RC. So there you could see how the wreckers are looking. And I couldn't tell you how many wreckers are there in the IDW Transformers comics. But there is more of them than just this here, like what we have on camera here. So I don't know if this is all of them. Well, I know that this is not all of them, because there is more of them. And I don't know if third party is going to make more of the IDW wreckers. But I know they will. But for now, this is all we have here so far of the wreckers. So now let me quickly get these guys out of here so we can get to our final thoughts and end this video. And I will have to get Brawn back in. As well. Okay. So, final thoughts for both of these. Both of their vehicle modes do look really cool. But my only problem with them in vehicle mode is I wish that they would have like little tiny plastic wheels on the bottom of the treads to help them roll a lot better instead of just sliding them around. And their robot modes do look great, but my only problem with them is when you're moving both of their arms around, you'll end up moving the chest pieces with it, like you can see here. So, they're both still great little figures. Just have a couple issues that I have with it. So, I think that's about it. So, there you have it. Mastermind Creations, Gravus and Ebrius, or Ebrius, however you want to pronounce it. Their take on an IDW Brawn and Guzzle. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. Or if you want to, y'all could also follow me or support me on Patreon. And I will leave a link to my Patreon account in the description box down below, or you can click on the little Patreon box right here in this corner. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. Just a quick update video on Mastermind Creations, Brawn and Guzzle. They both do have a feature to them, and that is you can rip these guys in half. That's right, people. You can rip them in half. Now, did that happen in the IDW comics? Yes, but only for Guzzle, not for Brawn. Because Guzzle in the IDW comics did get ripped in half. Not Brawn, because Brawn here is a remold and repaint of Guzzle here. So to rip these two in half, you just do this here, and that's it. And you can also do the same for Brawn here. And if you want to, you can like mix and match them to give them something that looks really funny. But I'm going to go ahead and reattach these two back together in the correct way. And there you go. So that was something that I forgot to show y'all in the video. So now we're done with the review. So now I'm gonna go.